Welcome back on the channel, everybody. It's Boondog with another MXBikes. Today we're on Gopher Dunes by MX210. I don't know if he's made any other tracks besides this, but this is a sand track. And this sand track is based out of Cortland, Ontario, Canada. It's a deep sand track. It erodes really well at 1.6, 1.8. And I enjoyed it, actually. It was a good track. Let's get into it. Real quick though, I want to apologize for getting this Moto Monday out on a Tuesday and not a Monday. Yesterday I was really under the weather and I really had a bad day when I got home from work, and I didn't have the energy and just really bad migraine. So I had to push it to today. I'm sorry, but let's get into it. Just kidding, I have a quick announcement. I will be streaming on kick.com for a lot of my races, so head over there, hit that follow button. That way you can be notified when I go live. I will most likely just be broadcasting a motocross series, which there will be one Wednesday night. And then the supercross series will be broadcasting on YouTube, so I'll be bouncing back and forth between platforms. Now today I'm on the KTM 250. I'm going to be doing a handful of laps, and then later there'll be a fast lap. I'm going to do my best to do the timestamps, so look in the description for timestamps so you don't have to watch the entire video. I hope that really helps you guys out, so you don't have to scroll through it yourself. You can just click on it in the description. It'll take you right to it. Now, I'm running a 90 front and a 120 rear sand. I just set them to like 13.8 psi or so. Adjusted my suspension a little bit because I had it basically stock when I first ran a couple laps before I started filming this, and it was a little bit bouncy. I highly suggest you run a 250 on here, unless you know how to go slow on a 450, because say I can hold that jump in basically second gear pinned, and I can clear it on a 250. So on a 450, if you're second gear too much throttle, you're gonna completely OJ it, unless you're good at knowing how to slow down and scrubbing your speed before you go too far. Now the sand textures in this track, they look a little funny to me. I mean, they look like dirty sand, honestly. But the physics of them and how they handle the bike, it's not that bad. I don't think it's quite as good as Desert Martin, but I don't really know exactly how the textures work in the game. Like, is this just a shader and doesn't really affect the texture? Like sugar sand versus this type of color sand, does it matter? I've never dabbled in the track builder, so I cannot tell you. But I have to say that this replica of the track is really good. If this is what the track is like in real life, I wouldn't mind riding it, honestly. I've never been to Canada, but based off the comments I saw in the description, which I will also leave the link to the track in the description, there was a lot of good praise. There's praise about this track. That people were happy they were finally able to get a replica of this track because they ride it in Canada. The only really annoying thing I found with this track is those little like bumps before the corners. They did sometimes mess me up, and I was just trying to go fast here and just jump it, try to see if I can go faster by jumping it instead of rolling it. I think you can go faster, but you have to land it, and not crash. And that one, I think I got a weird bounce off of it, and I was off center, and then those little bumps were there into the corner, braking bumps, and it just threw me off. And then this jump, yeah, I'm just having a bad lap, honestly. We're just a bad lap. Everything was throwing me off. Didn't get enough speed. I was too short on the jump before because I was a little nervous, cautious. I didn't want to over jump it. But this track, it's fun. That jump right there, when I did my first warm-up laps, I just straight shot over it and jumped to the other side of the track, like 50, 60 feet. I was like, okay, I did not look at the track map to see there was a corner at the other side of that jump. So, and this one too, I straight up just sent it, and I almost cleared that all the way. I think if you're on a 450, maybe even the 250, you could do it. There's enough run up to it. You can pretty much, I would say, what is that, a quad? If you're skilled enough, you can jump over that, land it, and then turn right and go over those whoops rollers, and you'd be flying. The problem is I don't know if the stability in the game would allow you to do it, or if you just you just slip and fall and have a horrendous crash. But this track, it's a fun track. I would definitely say it's flowy. Yeah, it's flowy. This big tabletop kind of threw me off sometimes. It kind of scrubs your speed at the takeoff. So a few times I'll be in third gear and I would kind of OJ it or be in second gear, think I'm going fast enough, and I just kind of underjump it. It's a jump that you need to just be on it. Second gear pin, you'll be fine. And that right there, what was that? The rut had like a curb inside of it, and it just flipped me forward. So I highly advise following the lines and not trying to just make your own over a rut, because that'll happen, especially in that corner. And this lap I was trying to push, so that's why my back end went out on that one. I just slipped out. Just trying to do fast motos. That's what Moto Monday is about. I got off center again, so I'm just going to finish out this lap. And then I'm going to do a few more laps after this, which I'll do a quick cut, so you guys don't have to keep watching it. I really don't have much else to talk about either. Tonight, actually, I'm going to try to qualify for the Frosty MX Championship, which is on the My Racing. So I'm going to try that. It's on Ponticos, I think, MX tonight. So right after this uploads on YouTube, I'm going to fire the track up and get practice in, because here in an hour, the qualifying starts. So I need to get to grinding really, really fast. And here, I was going slow at first when I first started, but there's downhill braking bumps. Don't touch the throttle. Definitely lean back, because you will flip forward and just face plant, kind of like Redbud. But this track's fun. I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. It was really flowy. And we're going to cut over to the fast lap. If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching it. And you consider hitting that like and subscribe button. At least one of them would be nice. Support the channel. And earlier I mentioned, if you want to support me at Kick, please head over to kick.com/BOONEDAWG and hit me a follow there. That way I can live stream to you guys. Sometimes I'll also do the 450 live, or 450 Friday. I'll do that live sometimes. If I don't have time to actually sit down and record and edit a video, I'll just do it live and send it. But, so, we're on the fast lap. Inside lines are fastest. Definitely braking before you hit the braking bumps is good. And then this corner here, slow way down. Not like as slow as I did, but that way you can hit that inside line. And just basically cut all that time. And here, well, dealer's choice. You want to get inside, outside. I think outside has less bumps, inside's got a little more, so you just gotta kind of see which one's fastest. This one, try to triple it and not land on the flat like I did. Get a nice good drive over these. Maybe turn them into whoops. Double, triple. I think I'm mostly whoops, but you can get through it. Here, you can apex or cut tight like I did, and it should be pretty quick. And then this one, you might be able to kind of apex, go over for a skilled rider, and then this corner, you can probably jump from outside inside. Definitely carry your speed on this. I messed up on the inside and missed it. I could shave probably another half a second off, but inside's where it's at, inside here, and that's a very fast lap. I appreciate you guys watching this video, and as always, have a good one, and keep on riding.